So I believe the teams are just about ready. So this is going to be Cosmic Aftershock versus Flipside Tactics. We're going to try to get in the game here in just a moment. But shout this, what do you think about this matchup? Who should be moving on here? Is it going to be both teams have subs and both teams are number one seed? I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, this is a really interesting matchup. I will certainly say that. It's not the usual Flipside versus the usual Cosmic, but from what we've seen out of both teams, they are both, in this current setup, really difficult to deal with. I could very well see this series going all 5 games. That would not surprise me one bit. But I will say, from what I was seeing out of Cosmic, it seemed to be a little more consistent in terms of just their overall performance. So I might give them the edge here. But it's going to be really close. Really close. I think, at least. I could be way wrong. It's going to be a total blowout, because that's just the way this has been lately. But that's my thought.
Well, the last series, it seemed to be very, very close between Complain and Flipside. So, who knows? You're right. It's going to be a close match, though. And I think, regardless, Cosmic is just a phenomenal team. So is Flipside. Both teams not playing at full strength. So, I don't see how it could be a runaway, but, we might be surprised.
You never know. I think that's the beauty of it, is that, on paper, it looks really even. It looks very close, full game 5 sort of series. But then you actually play the games, and who knows? It's that whole any given day sort of thing. And any given game, any given series, and all of a sudden Cosmic could come in and just clean house. Flipside could figure their issue out and just ride it all the way through to the grand finals. I don't know. I just know that it's going to be really good Rocket League, and quite frankly, that's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen so many awesome games today. The best of 5 series getting pushed to the last game, and even the buzzer beater goals today. So that's the main thing, is just having awesome Rocket League, and we've had that so far today.
We definitely have. So I'm looking forward to whatever we get out of these final couple games. Whatever teams are in it doesn't really matter. I think any combination, you're going to see some stellar Rocket League play and just some fun, really exciting stuff. That's what it comes down to.
Absolutely. So we're in the game here. We're just waiting for players to join the teams, and then we'll be ready to go in this best of 5 series. NA number 1 team versus EU number 1 team to determine who moves on to the grand finals to play Complain, where they will then, if they want to win, they'll have to beat Complain twice in 2 series. To Complain just having to win 1 because of the fact that they made it all the way through all the winners bracket games.
Yeah, and winning that, they had a difficult time winning once, and trying to do that twice is a big deal, but I think we're ready.
Yeah, looks like we're going to dive into the action here with Flipside versus Cosmic Aftershock. Flipside on the blue side, Cosmic in orange. And are we going to see an early goal by Markey? We are.
Setting the pace early, 5 seconds in. Look at this.
Oh, it just tips off of Kyle, and Sad is not able to save it, and the ball just falls into the net.
Nice little early statement goal there by Flipside Tactics. And we're on one of the brand new maps, too. I think that's worth talking about here on Urban Night, or Urban Dusk, whatever it is. It's the night version of Urban Central. So.
Yeah, added with this latest patch. It looks awesome.
Yeah, very flashy.
Yeah. It's sometimes you can lose the blue players with how bright the blue neon lights are. Sometimes, it's kind of blinding, but yeah, it is an awesome map. I've loved everything that they've come out with in this latest DLC.
Oh yeah, and I know we've got the big, of course, the super hype DeLorean update coming on the 21st, which I think that was like the one car everybody wanted to see in Rocket League since day one, and it's coming.
The devs responded. Psionics has always, or since the beginning of their releasing of this game, they've just been so good at engaging the community, and they haven't stopped doing it. So, love Psionics. I'm a fanboy. I admit it. So.
Yeah, that's okay. But speaking of which,
long shot by Cooks here, not going in. But looks like Flipside putting on the pressure early on.
Yeah, they're coming off looking like the better team so far this game. A few good chances were developing for Cosmic, but Again, not really a lot in terms of overall quality. So we're going to have to see what happens. That one, though, nearly goes in for Sad, but he's going to keep the pressure going.
Yep,
Kuxier
Kronovi
turns
circling. Yep, Kronovi just circling, waiting for his opportunity, but now having to go up to deny a shot there. But Kyle just needing to tip that ball, not able to do so. And the ball in Cosmic Aftershock zone. Dangerous. Kyle does get it out of the mid.
Yeah, right now, I mean, I'm trying to get a good idea of who is really going to emerge in this game. You know, that early goal, you know, when you score that early right off the kickoff, it's still impossible to get a feel for what team is the dominant team, because those goals can happen to anybody at any time. But, you know, we're seeing a little bit more of a balanced game. Cosmic's starting to emerge a little bit more. But again, you know, we talked about this. Both of these teams are guilty of having different showings in game 1 versus game 2. You know, so
Yeah,
that
that's
could
true.
be what we get out of Cosmic here.
Cosmic did drop that first game to Kings of Urban before going on to win the next 3 and move on.
Yeah, they came back strong, looking good, and now it's just going to be a matter of seeing if they can rebound off this 1-goal deficit here and maybe carry it through to the rest of the series, because both of these teams, regardless of who wins, they have a very difficult task ahead of them with Complain.
And Complain, ever since the qualifiers, just setting the tone and really, Cooks here putting it in. That's devastating for Cosmic Aftershock. Already going down, 2 goals left. They haven't had very many opportunities to score at all, and Cooks here with a great shot, putting them up 2-0.
Kuxier looking great. Nice setup by Marky Duda. They get that second goal. And it's just looking really good for FlipSid right now. So I think it's going to come down to not only how does Cosmic play these final 2 minutes, win or lose. I don't think that has as much weight as how they play, and then how they take it into the next game. Because that's when the wins and losses are really going to start. They can afford to drop a game. They just can't drop 3. That's all that really matters here.
Yep.
Because it is the lower bracket final. So you win, you move on. You lose, you're done.
Yep.
This is it.
And Kronovi responds. This game is not over yet. Kronovi putting in a late goal. Only a minute and a half left, but Kronovi scoring this floater out in mid. Cooks here not able to hit it. Kronovi making him pay there. Now it's just a 1-goal game. Plenty of time left to score 1 goal.
Oh, absolutely. And I think a lot of that could have come down to just the speed that it was put on. It was so, okay, nobody wants to pick up, that's fair. But, I mean, it was put in so slow, and it looked like it was going to come in much harder, and I think that could have thrown Kuxier's timing off. And that's a really wise strategy if you're able to kind of gauge how much boost you want to put on the shot, and you set up a shot that looks like it's going to come in faster than it is, then you can throw their timing off very easily.
Absolutely. And at the higher level, those types of mind games are very critical. You know, especially in 1v1s, but even in these 3v3 situations, there are opportunities for you to psych your opponent out and put your team in a spot where they can score.
And that's what it has to be. You know, if you're going to play at this level and be a top-tier team, then it's not just a matter of being a better player. It's a matter of being able to do those little things. You know, the things that can separate great players from phenomenal players, or good players from great players, you know. All those little tiny adjustments that you know and you're aware of. And that's what you see out of players like Kronovi and Kuxier and Marky and when he's here, Mike. You know,
Absolutely.
Players like that. Those are the players that really kind of get that edge over comparable players, because they just know how to do those types of shots or those types of saves or know where they are. But, yeah, right now, I mean, that was a big goal for Cosmic, but they are running out of time to tie this game up.
Yep, there's only 10 seconds left before FlipSid takes this first game in this best-of-5 series to determine who moves on into the finals.
Every win is going to count big here. You know, I know that Cosmic typically can drop a game, which they are going to do here, but that could mean a lot. You know, they aren't dealing with their usual sort of opponent, and they are dealing with FlipSid tactics. So, you know, I'll count this as a fairly even